Innovation doesn't happen in perfect conditions. It happens when people feel safe enough to try something that might not work. When I don't know becomes an invitation, not an admission. When failure isn't the end of a conversation, it's the beginning of the next breakthrough. The companies transforming their industries share something beyond technology or strategy. They've created cultures where experimentation isn't just tolerated, it's expected. Where teams aren't paralyzed by the fear of being wrong, because being wrong is simply the first step toward being right. Today, we explore what happens when leaders decide to make it safe to fail. Welcome to 11 Minutes Intersected. At MetroNational, Chief Technology Officer Dennis Hall remembers a moment that defined his approach to leadership. 3 simple words that changed everything for one of his team members.
A person on my team made a comment that really kind of touched my heart a little bit. He was testing some new technology that we haven't really learned before, and I could tell he was not comfortable. And I said, "You've got nothing to lose here. There's no downside risk in doing this for the next few weeks." And he had said no one had ever said that to him before. Creating an environment where people feel safe, they're comfortable testing and learning with new technologies, that's something I'm very proud of.
For Dennis, psychological safety isn't built through programs or policies. It's demonstrated daily in every interaction.
We've built a trusted environment where I can give feedback to them and they can give feedback to me. And we sit and have conversations. It's not always a very structured, okay, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. I wanna hear from people, but I think it's demonstrating that on a daily basis that makes people comfortable.
The language of experimentation has spread beyond the technology team. Proof that culture, like innovation, can be contagious.
I hear a lot of people say things like test environments, test and learn across areas outside of technology, and that makes me feel really good, right? Because these projects that we're doing, very few of them are purely technical, right? Most of them are business-led, technology-enabled.
At Sedgwick, CIO Sean Sophia has institutionalized a concept that many organizations fear: the freedom to fail fast. For Sean, this isn't reckless, it's strategy.
Any modernization journey, you continue to learn as you go. I think one of the key lessons learned is to continue to fail fast. My advice to others as well on their modernization is be okay with failing and stopping work.
But creating permission to fail doesn't mean lowering standards. It means building the confidence to test ideas rigorously.
What they saw is the accuracy rates of what they would summarize versus what the Gen AI tool would summarize for them was 90+% accuracy. And the high 90s accuracy, it really helped our claims administrators really feel comfortable that the summarization that the tool was providing actually provided the accurate and most correct information.
When teams know they can experiment without career risk, they test more boldly, and the data speaks for itself.
We're not just a technology environment that is supporting our current platforms. Our teams are really driving innovative solutions as we move forward. A good example of that is continuing to look at new emerging technologies, and we're doing that faster than anyone else in the industry.
In the steel industry, where tradition runs as deep as the foundations they build, LeJeune Steel has created something unexpected. A culture where new ideas are currency and fresh perspectives are actively recruited.
I always, when I interview people, tell them that it is an open field. You bring your ideas, you bring your innovation. They're the ones doing the job. We take those ideas and we run with those, and we just let people have an open field of, hey, this isn't a status quo job, you just do your job. There's more opportunity here if you want it.
For CEO Shane Shipman, attracting innovative talent starts with asking different questions.
I think it's a cultural play, first and foremost. There's obviously roles that we need filled in our business, but we actually look at who are you as a human? What do you dream about? How do you want to live your life? How do you want to grow and develop as a contributing member of a team?
The result is a steel company that doesn't just fabricate structures, it fabricates possibilities.
Every phase and transition through the evolution of this company has been brought on through different innovative processes, technologies. It's kind of the spirit of who we are, the type of individuals that have built this business where it is today. We all have that common thread that kind of ties us all together.
In healthcare, experimentation carries weight. Lives depend on getting it right. At EmpiRx Health, CEO Danny Sanchez has built a culture where innovation moves thoughtfully, but it never stops moving.
I think we're all dabbling in it a little bit, but to be able to master it and say, hey, where does it make sense for the business? Where is it safe to apply? But certainly as a company, we want to continue to empower our pharmacists and give them more information. And AI is a great tool that you can ask a question and get an answer.
Safe experimentation in healthcare means rigorous testing before deployment, but it also means having the courage to challenge an industry that's been doing things the same way for decades.
When you level the playing field and you say, everybody needs to stop playing PBM games, which companies are really saving employers money and helping improve patient outcomes? EmpiRx is one. We're the company that is driving that model. I welcome change. I welcome some regulation to step in and help level the playing field.
The companies that are writing the future share a secret. They've made it safe to be uncertain, safe to ask the question no one else will ask, safe to try something that might fail because they know that's how breakthroughs are born. Creating a culture of innovation isn't about hiring geniuses or buying the latest technology. It's about building environments where ordinary people feel extraordinary permission to experiment, to fail, to learn, and to try again. Because innovation doesn't come from playing it safe. It comes from making it safe to play. When leaders say you've got nothing to lose, they're not just reassuring an employee. They're unlocking potential that fear would have kept hidden. And in that unlocking, they're discovering something every organization needs: the courage to become what they haven't yet imagined.